And you have now how many museums in the art book?
We started with 4, and I thought, okay, my project's over. I'm a great kid, so here's
4. Got
4
the
great
4.
museums. You can bring them.
This is a Dallas project. So we got our Dallas museums.
That's right.
Very local,
There
right?
you go.
Yeah, simple little project.
Well, then I had, as God would have it, as fate would have it, I had an opportunity to go up to Washington, D.C. with a friend of mine who was doing business there. I thought I'd go with him and have some fun. So I would go and I visited the museums. And I thought, maybe this would work out at the Smithsonian. So little me, I walk into the Smithsonian, and I'm kind of like puffing myself up to look really important. I go to the information desk and I say, pardon me, who's in charge of rights and reproduction? And this poor woman didn't know. I mean, this is like a huge government complex.
Not a common question, I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah.
She pulls out the telephone book and starts paging through, and it's Peter. So we talked to some guy named Peter. I'm talking to a guy named Peter on the phone. I said, I've got this project, it's really great. He listens to me and he goes, Mark, that's an awesome project, but you have to realize this is the National Gallery of Art, and we're a not-for-profit institution. And if we just gave our imagery away, we wouldn't be in business very long. And these decisions are made at levels much higher than mine. And it takes years to process these requests.
Really? Oh,
the woman ultimately responsible was named Barbara and gave me her email address. He said, leave the information about your project at the desk. Don't call us, we'll call you. That wasn't really what he said, but I had the impression.
That was it, yeah.
That was it, And I thought, remember Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark? When they found the Ark of the Covenant and the government got a hold of it and they put it in this crate and they put it in a government warehouse and it would never see the light of day. It's like the punchline of the whole movie. I thought that's what's going to happen with this project.
Your idea's just been crazy.
It's going to, file 13 eventually, but it's going to go through all this stuff before it hits that. So a week later, so I was deflated. My tail between my legs, came back to Dallas, I'm saying, well, there are other museums to pursue. National Gallery didn't work out, but there are other museums. And then I thought, this was a week later, I thought, damn it, I'm going to go for it. And I emailed this woman. I had her name, I had her email address, and 7 o'clock on a Monday night, I typed from Dallas this letter. I emailed her this letter, and I said, you probably have a zillion projects dealing with education. Right. Well, this isn't an educational project. This is a project of mercy. Yeah. And she listened to that, and she wrote back within 20 minutes on a Monday night from Washington saying, this is a blessed project. You have my permission to use the imagery in the National Gallery. And I'm like, wow. And that's the night we went national. So that's the night we went national is when we got the Smithsonian, the National Gallery of Art.